This class of polymer exhibits very small strain at fracture. Perfect. Glass-like is the correct choice. The monomer glucose monosaccharides make up the polymer dash. Nicely done. Carbohydrates is a solid answer. Which polymer can be used to replace glass in an industry? Great job. Perspex is the accurate answer. If the polymer sample has a high tensile modulus, it means smart move. It resists deformation is an accurate answer. What is the process to make long polymer chains? Excellent. Polymerization is a brilliant choice. Monomers combined together to form carbon monomer will form. Good job. Your answer polymer works well here. Polymer classification. Based on structure are dash, except. Nice selection. Synthetic is the correct and valid answer. The polymer called lipids are made of the monomers dash. Excellent choice. Glycerol is the right answer. Dash is a polymer made by worms and used for clothing. Smart pick. Silk is the correct choice. What is the correct name of a polymer made of ethene? Right choice. Poly is the best answer. What kind of polymer structure is the most turbidity? Bravo! Straight line is the answer. In order to break apart a polymer dash must be added. Sharp thinking. Water is the right choice. Why fillers are used in polymer fabrication process? Right again. To reduce making cost is a valid answer. This monkey name is very large, a synthetic polymer. Strong choice. Polymer is the right answer. Which products are produced from the top-up polymer? Well reasoned. Car body is the correct choice. Which of the following forms a condensation polymer? You're right. Hochtuchtuku is the correct answer. Polymer used in the manufacture of squeeze bottle is correct. Low-density polythene is the right answer. The word polymer comes from the Greek meaning dash. Good thinking. Many parts is the right answer. Which compounds are classified as a common polymer? On track. Protein is the correct answer. What type of a bond keeps polymer chains together? Correct response. Covalent bond is the most accurate answer. Which of these is an example of synthetic polymer? Well done. Polyvinyl chloride is the right choice. Which of the following is a thermosetting polymer? Exactly. Phenolic resins make sense and it is right choice. What kind of polymer structure is a plastic polymer? Well picked. Correct and correct is the correct answer. The graph is plotted on which type of graph paper? Great thinking. Logarithmic paper is the right choice. A dash consists of many monomers bonded together. Valid point. Polymer is true. Which among the following is a synthetic polymer? You chose nylon 6,6, and it is correct. The monomer nucleotides make up the polymer dash. You got it. Your choice nucleic acids is right. A polymer that is usually made by living things. Clear logic. Your choice, Natural polymer is sound and 100% true. Which type of substance is a synthetic polymer? Nice work! You chose perspex, and it is correct. Small molecules that make up larger molecules. Solid response. Monomer is a valid choice. Number of bonding sites in a monomer is called. Well reasoned. Functionality is the correct choice. The monomer glycerol make up the polymer dash. Nicely done. Lipids is a solid answer. Which pair of polymer and its use is correct? Well picked. Nylon to make rope and synthetic fibers is the correct answer. Which polymer structure is the best flexible? Exactly. Straight line makes sense, and it is right choice. Which one is not the treasure of the polymer? Correct response. Softer is the most accurate answer. Polyfunctionality monomer produce only dash. Great thinking. ZD is the right choice. Any type of polymer is not caused by nature. Great job. Nylon is the accurate answer. A chain of repeating units. Smart pick. Polymer is the correct choice. Urea formaldehyde is which sort of polymer? Clear logic. Your choice, thermosetting, is sound and 100% true. The term degree of polymerization refers to. Well done. The length of polymer chain is the right choice. Why are polymers solid at room temperature? Nice work. You chose the intermolecular forces between polymer molecules are relatively strong, and it is correct. The properties of polymer is determined by. Nice selection. All of above is the correct and valid answer. Polymer made by repeating units of ethene. Correct. Polythene is the right answer, which is not a naturally occurring polymer. Sharp thinking. Teflon is the right choice. The term polymerization usually refers to. Solid response. The forming of the polymer chain is a valid choice. What does polymer mean? Perfect. Many parts is the correct choice. Which one is fully fluorinated polymer? Right choice. Teflon is the best answer. An example for a conducting polymer is. Good thinking. Polyfriend R-roll is the right answer. Baylite melamine. What is the match? You're right. Synthetic polymer is the correct answer. The word polymer is derived from dash. On track, Greek is the correct answer. Engineering polymers are designed to. Bravo. Improve strength is the answer. Polymer is derived from which word? Smart move. Greek is an accurate answer. An example of a natural polymer is. Excellent choice. Protein is the right answer. The process of polymer, condensed. You chose condensation polymerization, and it is correct. The word polymer is of dash origin. Valid point. Greek is true. Polymer and monowich is correct. Strong choice. Nucleic acid is the right answer. Homopolymers can be described as. Right again. A polymer formed with the same monomer repeated is a valid answer. Which is the reaction of polymer?
Excellent. Correct and correct is a brilliant choice. Which is not a synthetic polymer?
You got it. Your choice protein is right.
Which one of these is a polymer? Good job. Your answer, polyvinyl chloride, works well here.
Which of the polymer is correct?
You got it. Your choice, polymer equal to monomer that is long, is right.
What is the structure of polymer?
On track. A long chain of linked atoms is the correct answer.
Heteroorganic polymer contains.
Solid response, CNS is a valid choice. An example of an alkene polymer. You're right. Polythene is the correct answer.
Nylon is which sort of polymer?
You chose thermoplastic, and it is correct. What type of polymer is in DNA? Perfect. Polynucleotide is the correct choice. Liquid crystal polymers are? Correct. Specialty polymers is the right answer.
What is shown in the image?
Excellent. A monomer is a brilliant choice. Example for natural polymer? Right choice. Starch is the best answer.
Repeating units of monomer.
Sharp thinking. Degree of polymerization is the right choice. Which is not a polymer.
Nice work. You chose water and it is correct.
Polymer is also called.
Clear logic. Your choice, macromolecules, is sound and 100% true.
The process of polymer? Correct response. Polymerization is the most accurate answer.
Subunit of polymer.
Well reasoned. Monomer is the correct choice.
Not a natural polymer? Excellent choice. Melamine is the right answer.
What is a polymer?
Bravo! A large molecule made from many monomers joined together is the answer.
What is a monomer?
Exactly. A single molecule that can undergo polymerization makes sense, and it is right choice. Polymer at recycle. Well done. With lines and branches is the right choice. Nylon is not a smart pick. Homopolymer is the correct choice.
Polymer is a
good thinking. Long, chain-like molecule made of repeating units is the right answer. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format? Well picked. Contact Narayan Changder is the correct answer.